In this lesson, this is chapter 2, section 6, and we're looking at ratios, rates, and conversions. And you are going to be able to use a calculator in this section, so you can get that handy dandy calculator out in just a moment and start using it with me. First, let's look at some definitions. A ratio is a comparison of two numbers by division. So whenever you see a fraction, that is actually also called a ratio. So the ratio of A to B is A colon B. That's way that's read, A to B, or A over B. And B cannot be 0, because if 0 is in the denominator, then that makes it an undefined fraction or undefined ratio. A ratio that compares quantities measured in different units is called a rate. A rate with a denominator of 1 is called a unit rate. All right, so you can write ratios and find unit rates to compare quantities. So we're going to do that in examples 1 and 3 when we get to those homework examples. All right, let's finish up some more definitions. To convert from one unit to another, such as feet to inches, you multiply the original unit by a conversion factor that produces the desired unit. And I'm going to give you a list of conversion factors on the back of this sheet. A conversion factor is a ratio of two equivalent measures in different units. For example, it's always equal to 1. So for example, 1 foot is 12 inches. 1 foot over 12 inches. Those both are equivalent. 1 foot is 12 inches. 12 inches is 1 foot. So that is equivalent to 1. So we can also convert units and rates to solve problems. So we're going to be doing that in examples 2, 4, and 4 through 9. Okay, so on the back, I gave you some conversion units that you will need for this section. I am not going to ask you to memorize these. I will give these to you when we do the quiz and we do the test, or I will have them where you can they'll be available to you. Okay. All right, so let's start with the homework examples. So again, you get to use a calculator, so if you want to go ahead and get that out, you can. In order to figure out what the lower unit price is, we also call this the best buy. What we're going to do is we're going to take the price and divide it by the weight of the package. Okay, so the weight of the package, that's what this is right here. Okay, so the weight of the first package is 6.2 ounces, and it is $2.82 for that price. So we're going to take $2.82 and divide it by 6.2. So in your calculator, you're going to enter 2.82. Whatever the price is, enter that first. Hit the division symbol, divide it by 6.2, and round to the hundredths. So that is 0.45. So that is the price per ounce for that package. Now we're going to take the other price and divide it by the weight of that package, which is 8. Again, 3.08 divided by 8. So your calculator has to be 3.08 first, then division, and then 8. Round to the hundredths. And that is the price per ounce of the 8-ounce package. So to compare, the better price is the one with the smaller unit price, so 0.39. So that is the 8-ounce package. So this will be 8 ounce. So choose the package with the lower unit price. That will be the 8-ounce package. Okay. All right. Number 2. Let's look at some conversion factors. A car is traveling at 35 miles per hour. What is the car's speed in feet per second? All right. So notice that miles is first, and we're converting miles to feet, which is first. Then we're going to do hours, which is second, and we're going to convert it to seconds, which is second. All right, so this is the way we're going to write these. 35 miles per hour. So I just copied this to here. Okay. All right, so we're going to use multiplication. Remember on our first page of notes, it says to convert from one unit to another, you multiply the original unit by a conversion factor. So our first conversion factor we're going to use is converting miles to feet. So on the back of your sheet, it says that 1 mile is 5,280 feet. So, okay, so we need to figure out where that's going to go. Well, since miles is on top up here, I want miles to be on bottom in my conversion factor. Okay, now 1 mile is 5,280 feet. So that equals 1. Those are equal. Those are equivalent. So now I can cancel out the miles. All right, now let's do another conversion factor, because now I need to convert hours to seconds. So on your conversion sheet, I show you that 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. So notice I put the hour on top, because since hour is on bottom down here, I want hour to be on top here. That way they can cancel out. So now I have feet on top and seconds on bottom. And that's the way I want. I want feet to be on top and seconds to be on bottom. All right, so now what we're going to do is multiply 35 times 5,280 times 1, which will be 184,800, and feet, that's on top, over on the bottom, this is actually 1. So 1 times 3,600 is 3,600 seconds on bottom. Now we're going to divide. We're going to divide by making that bottom number a 1. So whatever that bottom number is, that's what we're going to divide by. So we're going to divide the top and the bottom by 3,600. So that will be, and we're just going to round to it says rounded to 2 decimal places. So that will be 51.33 feet on top over 1 second on bottom. Now usually they don't write the 1 on the bottom, so that's the way that one works. Okay. All right, so don't worry, we're going to do some more like that, but that is how number 2 will be worked on your homework. All right, number 3, let's look at another Best Buy. A supermarket was surveyed to find prices charged in various sizes. Find the Best Buy, which is the lower price per unit for the item. So again, we're going to divide. We're going to divide 1.89 by 16, round to the hundredths. That's 0.12. Now we're going to divide 5.28 by 32, round to the hundredths, 0.17. Then we're going to divide 4.66 by 48, round to the hundredths, to get 0.10. So the lower price is 0.10. So that means that our Best Buy is the 48-ounce package. Okay, that one is 48. All right, so now let's look at some more conversion factors. Convert the given amount to the given units. All right, so we're converting 15 yards to feet. So I want you to write 15 yards over 1 times. Now, on the back of the sheet, I show you that there are 3 feet in 1 yard. So we're going to put 1 yard on bottom, because here yard is on top. Okay, I want yard to be on bottom. And there's 3 feet in 1 yard. Now, you ask me, I already know how to do that. I still want you to show these conversion factors, okay? So now we're going to multiply, or first we're going to cancel out yards. And then we're going to multiply 15 times 3 feet, which is 45 feet. And on the bottom, 1 times 1 is 1. So this answer is 45 feet. Okay, so I do want you to show these conversion factors that I'm showing you. So number 4 on here is like number 4 on your homework. Number 5. This one's like number 5 on your homework. So again, 12.5, and that is pounds, LB, over 1 times the conversion factor is on the back of your sheet. 1 pound is 16 ounces. Pounds is on top, so I want pounds to be on bottom. Okay, OZ is ounces. So cancel out the pounds, top and bottom. Multiply 12.5 times 16. This is where you can use your calculator, and you get 200 ounces on top, and on the bottom it's just 1 times 1, so that's 200 ounces. Okay, all right, that's one like number 5 on your homework. Number 6, convert the given amount to the given unit. Use the fact that 1 inch is approximately 2.54. Not equal, but approximately. But we're still going to approximate. So we're going to write 97 centimeters on top. Put it over 1 times. So I want my centimeters to be on bottom because my centimeters is on top. So I want them to be in different places. There's 2.54 centimeters approximately in 1 inch. Notice I'm multiplying. So I'm going to cancel my centimeters and I'm going to multiply top. 97 times 1 inch is 97 inches. And then on the bottom, I'm multiplying 1 times 2.54. Okay, so whatever's on the bottom, if it's not a 1, I got to divide by that number in order to make it a 1. This is what we call a unit rate. So 97 divided by 2.54, round to the nearest hundredths, will be 38.19 inches over 1. So that is approximately 38.19 inches. All right. Number 7, the janitor at a school discovered a leak in a pipe. The janitor found that it was leaking at a rate of 17 fluid ounces per hour. How fast was the pipe leaking in gallons per day? So I want to convert fluid ounces to gallons, and I want to convert hours to days. So this is going to take 2 conversion rates. So first let's write 17 fluid ounces over, now this says per hour, so that's 1 hour. All right, so first let's do fluid ounces since it's on top. So fluid ounces is on top. I need fluid ounces to be on the bottom over here. So let's write fluid ounces. Okay, so on your sheet, I show you that 128 fluid ounces are in 1 gallon. Okay, so that means I can cancel out fluid ounces. I have fluid ounces on top and fluid ounces on bottom. I'm just canceling out the unit. Times, now I need to convert hours to days. All right, so I have hour on the bottom, so I need hour to be on top over here, and I'm going to convert it to days. All right, so I did tell you that there are 24 hours in 1 day, in case you needed to know that. All right, so now I can cancel out hours. All right, I'm going to multiply all the numbers on top. 17 times 1 times 24, and that is 408, and that's gallons, because that's the unit I have left on top that didn't cancel out. On bottom, multiplying 1 times 128 times 1, which is 128. And that's going to be days. That's what I have left on the bottom. That's the unit on bottom. So I have 128 on bottom, not 1. So I'm going to divide both by 128. Whatever's on bottom, that's what we're going to divide by if it's not a 1. So 408 divided by 128, rounding to the nearest tenths, is 3.2 gallons over 1 day, because 128 divided by 128 is 1. So right here we're going to put 3.2. Okay, this isn't too bad. All right, number 8. We're converting 18 feet and 7 inches to total of inches. So first let's just convert the 18 feet part. So 18 feet over 1. We'll come back to the 7 inches in just a minute. We'll come back to it. All right, so 18 feet. We're going to multiply it by the conversion factor. So feet's on top here, so I want feet on bottom. Okay, top, bottom. There is 1 foot is 12 inches. So now I can cancel out the feet, multiply 18 times 12, and that is 216 inches is left on top over 1, which is 216. Now, that's 216 inches for the 18 feet. Now, add that extra 7 inches that I told you we were going to come back to. And that's 223 inches. So 18 feet and 7 inches is equal to 223 inches total. All right, last one, number 9. We're converting 8.5 hours. That H means hours. And we want to convert it to minutes. So hours is on top. Okay, so I want hours to be on bottom. 1 hour is 60 minutes. So I can cancel out the H, the hours. Multiply 8.5 times 60, which is 510. I want that to be in blue. 510 minutes, because that's what didn't cancel out, over 1, which is 510 minutes. Okay, so you don't have to memorize the conversion units, but you do need to use conversion factors in every single one of these problems except for number 1 and 3. Okay, all right, now you're off to go to do your homework problems.